When you look up the definition of a good board member, you read something like, a good board member is accountable for advancing the mission, is a good financial steward for the organization, helps prepare for the future, and assures that the company has policies and practices for good governance. However, as recognized by this award tonight, Jeannine is not just a good board member, she is a great board member that is being recognized for a lifetime of serving boards in the healthcare industry and beyond. As a great board member, she brings not only accountability for the mission, but passion for the cause, a passion that is sincere and contagious. As a great board member, she not only has financial responsibility to steer the organization toward sustainability, but she keeps her eye to the future by adopting sound, ethical, and legal governance, along with financial management policies. As a great board member, she not only shows up, but she brings eagerness to participate at every meeting, and she always comes prepared to do so. As a great board member, she brings sound and solid judgment that comes from wisdom, motivation, and interest. She brings courage to stand up for her own beliefs, as well as courage to sometimes face up to hard truths. As a great board member, Jeannine brings relevant context to offer actionable and solid advice. She's a coach, a mentor, and a good sounding board. She uses words like mentee, always, and mentor, privilege. Jeannine has been recognized by Fortune magazine as one of the most powerful women in American business. That is no surprise when you look at her resume and see the companies that she has led to significant growth. At United Health Group, she has been fondly referred to as the heart and soul of the company. If you know Jeannine, you have heard time and time again that she walks the talk. She lives the values of integrity, compassion, relationship, and innovation in all aspects of her business, professional, personal, and board life. Her board resume is equally as impressive in her career. She has served on 21 professional boards and 8 professional organizations in committee and member capacity. Currently, she is serving on 9 boards and reaching out to a few of these boards. This is what I heard. CEO Michael Minogue from Abimed said, Jeannine is very engaging. She has high integrity, has intellect, and lots of grit. She drives positive change with passion and helps others see the big picture. As a working board, Lisa Landvin, Answer Innovations CEO, says, each member must be experienced in the industry to guide the company toward the attainment of its strategic objectives as well. Jeannine brings not only healthcare strategy and expertise, she brings a bonus of understanding the importance of head and heart. According to Kate Reschenberg, Executive Director of the Economic Club of Minnesota, Jeannine provides thought leadership and a no-nonsense approach. She says the Economics Club benefits from the perspective only Jeannine can bring as a woman who has been a trailblazer in healthcare and in business. Dean Connie Delaney, chair of the University of Minnesota School of Nursing Board of Visitors, says that Jeannine's commitment to patient-centered care and her passion for creating system change to support better health outcomes, simplify the care experience, and leverage the use of information technology has left a bold imprint. According to CEO Barry Nordstrom at Solutran, Jeannine has delivered sage wisdom that is compassionate, informed, candid, and impactful. With her incredible work experience, Jeannine has already weathered many of the challenges the company is facing. We live by many of her sayings, and particularly love one of them that says, think big, start small, and move fast. Brian Sattler, Executive VP of Business Services and General Counsel of Schwann's, says Jeannine provides tremendous value to the Schwann's board. Jeannine is the consummate professional. She wanted the best for the Schwann's family, the company, and its employees. She took the time to learn the business and to build meaningful relationships. And finally, Arnie Epstein, who chaired the Department of Health Policy and Management at the Harvard School of Public Health, says Jeannine joined the council in 2001, became the chair in 2003, and she stepped up the game, bringing professionalism, guidance, and structure that the council needed in order to become well-respected and self-sustaining. She is incisive, passionate, creative, kind, and a strong leader. Jeannine's leadership and expertise brought the council to the place that it is today, an example for other councils and advisory committees at Harvard. As noted in the comments from these board leaders, Jeannine is collaborative, a visionary, a change agent, a strong role model. She is directive, strategic, and a mentor and guide. She is a driving force in challenging the industry to enhance health and well-being through information, collaboration, and advancement of optimal health care. It is an honor that I introduce Jeannine Rivet as the 2019 Twin Cities Business Journal Lifetime Achievement Honoree.
Wow, who was that person? I've got to meet her. I think that's what happens as you get older. I'm realizing when I retired last year that you learn a lot about yourself retrospectively, just as Dee did for me tonight. As Liz Fedor, who did the article, you ask a lot of questions, you talk, and then you see it in print, and it's like, who is that person? I did all of that? It is pretty amazing. And I think many of you could get this Lifetime Achievement Award. And I'm going to watch, because I think some of you will get it. Thank you, Dee. Thank you, and all of the people who made such wonderful comments and took Dee's calls. But thanks to Dee for nominating me, for her community leadership, for being a role model for women, and for being a friend to many of us in this room. Thank you, Twin Cities Business Magazine, for supporting this recognition and for supporting board service overall. I have many additional people to recognize, starting with my parents who have passed, who taught me values, and we didn't have much growing up, but they knew values, and they knew the importance of that. And they always taught me to give of yourself in work, life, and community, whatever you can do. But I'd like to also introduce a few guests who could join us tonight. First, my support system, my loving family, my husband, Warren Herod, who has supported me through all of the boards and through all of the work and through all of the travel. One of our daughters, Nikki Ness, who's here, and one granddaughter, one of the 5 grandchildren who could join us tonight, Lauren Herod. So very excited to have them here. I've also invited many people that I served on boards with, and so I'll just go a quick list because they're here. Mary Jo Jurdy, the Center for Clinician Advancement at United Health Group, Matt Peterson and Terry Clark from United Healthcare Children's Foundation at United Health Group, Chris Carlson and Sean McNatton from the Special Needs Initiative External Advisory Board, United Health Group, Peter Moe, the Arboretum, you'll see him quoted in the article, Kathy Connett and Dee Thibodeau from Sophia Fund, Kate Reschenberg, who you've heard from the Economic Club of Minnesota, Pastor David Lose. I'm on the Centennial Committee for our church, 100 years, isn't that amazing? And it's taking a lot more time than I thought it would be, but it's a lot of fun, Lisa Lavin, who also was quoted, whose board I just joined, and very excited to be on that board. And thanks to the many friends in this audience, many friends and colleagues who are joining us this evening. It's very exciting for me. I started in board service 30 years ago. I'm 71, in case you're wondering. I'll just get that out there. I was on a healthcare trade association board. I was the first female to be on this board. I knew all the men, but I was still the first female to be on the board, so I was a bit nervous. And a friend of mine, a female friend, gave me 2 quotes, which I still cherish today, and it got me started in board service. And her first one, and you may have heard these quotes, "If not you, who? If not now, when? Just do it." That was her first advice. And the next she read to me, "Life begins at the end of your comfort zone. Don't wait. The time will never be right. Just do it." And that was wonderful advice. So I took a deep breath, jumped in with both feet, and as they say, be the kind of woman that when your feet hit the floor each morning, the devil says, "Oh crap, she's up." So as you've gathered, I've had the privilege to serve on many, many boards. And that wasn't what I thought of as my career trajectory, but it was a very important part of what I've done, and I'm blessed by it. Business, not-for-profits, academic foundations. I find each board, although they're very different, to be very stimulating, occasionally challenging, and very rewarding. I have learned from all of them, and have had the opportunity to share my own experiences and insights with them. My perspective, some of which has already been stated, of being a board member means focusing on the company or the organization that you're a board member of. What is their purpose? Purpose you heard several times. What's the mission? What's the vision? What are the goals? What are the expected performance measures? Giving time and being present, very important. Being prepared, learn the organization, and be a part of the organization. Being engaged by both listening and asking questions. Giving perspective. Sometimes it doesn't relate. The Schwann Food Board, what did I know about frozen food and frozen food delivery? Nothing. I'm in healthcare. I learned a lot more than I ever thought I would know. It was a great experience, and it was a good learning, and I asked all the questions that the people who knew everything didn't ask. So it was useful. I learned a lot from that. Adapting, because things change in a business environment or in a regulatory environment or in political environment. Providing oversight and governance, nose in, fingers out. Got to know what the business is doing, but you're not the management. Getting results, making sure that results are the ultimate goal, and adding value and making a difference. I knew when I retired, before I retired last summer, which was July, that I would need to stay busy. My husband knew I needed to stay busy. He cautioned me that I had 2 hobbies, family and work. And what would happen if I were not dealing with family and work, or mostly work? He was a little worried I'd be in his space. And after a few months, he said, "Well, how come we don't ever see each other? Because we're both busy. We're doing good things and giving back to the community." And so now my focus is on family, friends, boards, mentoring, staying active in healthcare and women's groups, mostly leadership groups. I call it my new controlled busy. I control it. So I select what I'm doing. I am busy. I love it. And as long as I'm contributing and learning at the same time, it's a wonderful opportunity for me, and I recommend that for all of you. I am humbled by this award, the presence of the talented group of leaders being recognized this evening for all that they've done and all that they will continue to do, and the many guests here who are also renowned in their own right. In 2013, I was privileged to receive the Outstanding Director recognition, and at that time, I shared an African proverb, and I will share it tonight. If you want to travel fast, go alone. If you want to travel far, go together. And that's what I think board service is doing it together. It's not an individual, it's not a one-off contributor, it is being part of a team that makes a difference. I believe that together we are and will make a difference, and I thank you for this wonderful recognition.